Hey everybody, this is Grace. I'm rushing here because of the sun, but I just had one of those experiences. Adam and I, we had decided we were going to go back to having a delivery from, have our groceries delivered instead of going to pick them up. And I've had so much trouble with that in the past. But I read something online with one of the grocery stores we have here, a big one that I like. I had trouble with them with pickup because they do this thing, and this is how I see what they do, and I believe I'm right on this. Like if I order something I like diet, caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. It's got to be diet, it's got to be caffeine-free. What I believe that they do is they'll ring up one that is correct, that is diet, caffeine-free. But then they'll multiply it by however many else, he's usually like 3 or 4 that's on sale. They'll multiply it by that, but what they're pushing through after that one is right. The next 3 have caffeine in them. I've had that happen to me multiple times, even on pickup. Okay, so I know that they're doing this, and even at another store too. Okay, so that's really hard to find is diet, caffeine-free. Diet, caffeine-free, Dr. Pepper. So, anyway, I'm going to try the store again. I haven't tried them in couple months, maybe. Well, actually, I think since April, and this is the end of July, the last week of July. And so, anyway, I saw something commercial, or it was an ad or a commercial, and it said that they had their own delivery. So I, read about it online, so I did it. I said, I didn't know that they had their own. And I've done pickup there. Anyway, I ordered all this stuff, and right at the end it says it's going to charge me a fee. But it just said that I had Instacart. They knew I had Instacart. Yeah, I do have Instacart. So I put, they had to do some verifications and all this kind of stuff. Did all that. I had to go and add another account. It was so much mess. And so I ordered it, the time for it to be delivered. But then, right at the end, it said that it charged me that $9.95 fee, but that it was still going to be delivered through Instacart. And so I, didn't call right away, because I always have trouble with their customer service. It's not Instacart, but this place. Finally called, found the number, called it, hours later. And the woman on the other end, she must have had her phone away from her, and I told her that it's muffled. She must have her phone too far away from her mouth, and I could barely understand it. Kept going in and out, and apparently she didn't understand what I was saying. And I was doing it because I've learned like very short sentences with any place I call. I want to know why it benefits me to have to pay to use your app instead of Instacart's. And you charge me $9.95. Okay. Finally, I got it out. After all the muffle and everything, then they say I get the coupons. So I said, okay, I see. Anyway, she said something else. She said that she was going to have to, it was muffled. It was in and out, and said to call Instacart. And I said, no, I don't want to speak to Instacart. I wanted to keep it as it is. And she mumbled something. I said, as if I had not even called. I just wanted to know, why would it benefit me to pay this $9.95? Anyway, and she said something, and I repeated it, as if I hadn't even called you. Leave it as it is. I said it in a very nice tone, not like you hear right now. Very nice, I'm a very nice person, really. I was very nice. And I think she just hung up on me. I've had so much trouble with this particular place's customer service, and even the managers. Yeah, that was, I guess, their corporate customer service. This is the managers, and oh my goodness. So I don't have no idea. My order's supposed to be delivered between 5 and 8, and I think it's 5 to 7. I think somewhere around there. It's 2:26, but I don't know if my order is going to be delivered now, because that woman, whatever she was, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Okay. I gotta hurry, but I wanted to order through the store Because what I had read and saw in the commercial was that the grocery store's employees do the shopping. That's exactly what I want. I have seen too many videos. People, there's people who put various places they do the shopping, and too many of them have really poor hygiene. If people work in the store, you would think there's an assumption that people are watching them that they work for. I can assume at least. But I have seen too many people, like I said, who make videos that are delivery people at various places. I'm not saying which ones. And their hygiene is so poor. I've mentioned this. They're touching their nose and, squeezing on their nose, putting their thumb on one nostril, their first finger, their index finger on the other, and shaking it, sticking their finger in their ear, all the while they're doing delivery. And they show this on camera. Okay, they show this on their video. And I'm not saying they're doing it intentionally, but when you're doing it, and then when you're editing, don't you see that? Don't you think that the people who you're delivering for don't want all your, let's use a kid's word term, cooties? And at this time, doing that with your nose, really sweat, their hair, grease, often oily hair, scratching their faces, touching their mouths, and it's all gross and disgusting. So I wanted store employees to be doing this, which is what I thought I was paying for, which was what I thought I was doing. And at the very end, it's like, huh? Well, it's got to be going through, one of these services. I'm not saying that's the one. I don't think I've ever seen any people doing that, actually doing that. Who were doing Instacart were actually doing that. There were other ones. So I'm not talking about Instacart like that. But really, why? And then I did read, and it said, for some participating ones. Well, how is a person supposed to know you're not the participating one when you spend however long putting your groceries on that app, then at the end to find out it's going to go back to someone else? It's like, and I told them, I said, like I said, I was nice. I said, I would not know that as a customer. She said, I understand, or something like that. But like I said, I don't think she did. And before you even think it, I am not one of those. I'm a social and behavioral scientist as it is. I got my master's in sociology and taught at college and university, so I am definitely not one who thinks that, they're they're in another country and they can't understand and all that. No, I'm not one of those. But she apparently could not understand me as it is, and like I said, her voice, like she had it too far from her mouth, and it was all jumbled up. I couldn't hear it. So, okay, my camera got too hot. That was twice. So, and then I went inside and tried to go in the backyard, patio, which has a deck on top of it and all that. And it was too hot out there too. And of course, somebody's calling me. Okay. Of course, nobody said anything. It was from Connecticut. Really? But I usually don't answer them, but lately I haven't had a need to answer calls that I don't know the phone number of doctors and all that. Usually I just ignore those kinds of calls that, like I said, phone numbers I don't know. But this kind of thing, working with this, I'm not going to blame it on myself. I'm not going to say anything like I'm jinxed, but I have not had any luck. When it comes to calling customer service and just asking, what does it benefit me to pay $9.95 and use your app instead of just ordering directly through Instacart? Because my question they would have an answer like, you get coupons, but this woman I'm serious. It's like she just didn't want to answer, or I couldn't. She was so muffled. Ugh, but I mean, why does it? That shouldn't be there. That should not exist. I'm not going to even blame myself, like I said, at all. That kind of service should not exist. A customer should not call customer service, and have a problem hearing the person on the other end. and actually saying in a very nice tone, I can't hear you, it's all muffled, do you have it too far from your mouth? The speaker. And then for the person just to hang up. Continue to be muffled. Not, you can hear when they move a speaker. And you can hear a difference in the way they sound before and after. She didn't bother. It's like, I really want to know how these places define customer service appropriate. I am whistling. Yeah. I think today is just one of those days for me, really. Okay, let me see if I can do this again. But anyway, this just should not exist. It just should not happen. Okay, when a customer is calling, and this is not my first time, like I've said, they're calling for customer service. It should not exist like that. That they can't hear you, can't understand you, or you can't understand them. Like I said, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the really poor, the phone lines, I guess. And I've called from not right where I am right now. I've called when I had picked up something and I had really poor, the people who were, it was the manager actually. And I called, and so I wasn't here, so it's not my location, which I've had trouble with my phone at this location. But I was using the landline, so no, it's not my fault. But that shouldn't happen. That they have the lines are so poor that you can't understand what the person is saying. And it's all muffled sound. Yeah. So here we are, we're going to try to start doing delivery. And this is the kind of crap we're going to go through. Now, I don't have a problem with Instacart. I usually tip at 20%. But I also, on this, now some of you who do delivery and have this question about why would anybody give a 5%, and I'm going to tell you, like I don't know for everybody, but mine, I always gave 20%. When I go through Instacart, 20%. But this one, when I did it through the app from the store, it pops up immediately 5%. But what it says, okay, what it says on their ad, and I read it and I've watched it. It says, "Do not tip." Okay, because these are employees that work for the store, so tipping is discouraged. Okay, remember that. So, and then I call to verify: is it that they're going to be like the delivery people? They're going to just pick up and deliver. Or are they actually going to do the shopping? Or is it that the store, I might have already said the store's name, but is the store employees going to do the shopping? Can't understand the woman. And I'm not going back through their app. I'm not doing that. That app is so poor. I mean, they put ads in, and that ads keep you from scrolling even more, and it's just like, oh my goodness. I'm making it dramatic because it is so slow to get from just to slide up, to get down to the next page, because they're going to throw those ads in there. And I'm using an iPad for it, and I've got Wi-Fi. There's no reason on my end that it would be doing this. My Wi-Fi is pretty fast. Oh, so no, it's their ads, because that's what it is. It pauses for the ads. I'm not watching I'm trying to do my groceries, and I'm going to sit there and watch your ads? Come on, people, really? And slow me down? Who does that? Oh, boy. So this is going to be my reintroduction. Like I said, we haven't done it since, maybe it was March. He says he's got his shots to the arm in March. I just got mine because I have health issues and had a whole bunch of stuff going through all that to get it. And once I was okayed, I was there that day within Adam had to drive me, and he had to take his lunch he works from home, but I think it was his lunchtime. Yeah, it was 1:30 or something like that when I got there and got the shot, the first. So, I mean, I think I called them in the morning. I mean, I got there ASAP that day to have it done. But still, it's not, I haven't had my second one, and my second one isn't until next month. So we have, with all this going on, we decided we were going to go back to doing delivery, and hopefully all these delivery people are smart enough to have had their shots, both, or if they have one that they have to do both, and yeah, and keep it. This is this is Texas. We're no longer under a mandatory mask, and I think that's going to be changing really soon. I really feel that way. I think so. So yeah. But anyway, kind of rambled. I think I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Talk to you on another video.